morning everyone. Today we will be seeing about the tumor immunology. So what actually affects the tumor immune system is that the environment which the tumor is actually present. So what is the tumor microenvironment is composed of? It actually has tumor associated macrophages, myeloid derived suppressor cells, TREGs, that is the T regulatory cells, and CAF, cancer associated fibroblasts, which usually be present. So these are the components of the tumor microenvironment. So what does tumor microenvironment? The T cells, that is CD4 plus T helper cells, and the cytotoxic CD8 plus cells will be there. B cells producing antibodies will be present in the site. Then we have the natural killer cells for the virus infected cells and the tumor environment to cause apoptosis of the cancer cells, which is basically the NK cells will be doing. So macrophages, which is the M1 anti-tumor, and M2 will be the pro-tumor macrophages, will be present, and dendritic cells, which are basically for antigen presentation, and myeloid derived suppressor cells will be there. We also have stromal components, that is the CAF, cancer associated fibroblasts will be there. Blood vessels will be there for the nutrient supply for the cancer to grow, and lymphatic vessels and extracellular matrix. So these are the components of the tumor microenvironment. So what happens? How the tumor evade the immune, that is tumor immune evasion. So it actually, the tumor exploits the checkpoints, checkpoints. So the PD-1 and the PD-L1 are the checkpoints. So the tumor exploits this pathway to avoid the immune detection. So next, the other checkpoint is the CTLA4 pathway, another immune checkpoint that the tumor used to suppress the T cell activity. So when it evades this checkpoint, the T cell activity will be reduced because it is not able to inhibit that pathway. And we also have the MHC down regulation. As the T cell activity decreases, there will obviously be MHC down regulation. So the tumors reduce the MHC expression to evade the immune recognition. And there will be release of immunosuppressive cytokines. So it actually directly suppresses all your immune responses. So what can be done? Like immune recognition, actually what happens is the tumor specific antigens, TSAs, they are unique to the cancer cells. And there are another type called the tumor associated antigens, which are the TAAs. They are overexpressed in cancer cells, but they are also present in normal cells. That is the difference between tumor associated and tumor specific antigens. And we also have neoantigens, that is when a new type of mutation occurs in the cancer cells, it produces the mutation happens, and we have neoantigens from the mutated proteins. So next we have the oncofetal antigens, which is usually only expressed during the fetal development. And we have antigen presentations. We have the MHC class 1, class 2. So class 1, as we have already discussed, it is present in the intracellular antigens, present as intracellular antigens. And class 2 is extracellular antigens, the major difference between them. And we also have cross presentation, allows presentation of tumor antigens and dendritic cell activation for T cell priming. So this is how it actually, the immune recognition in tumor antigen happens. So how do we manage this immune evasion? Is that we have cancer immunotherapy, that is we have the checkpoint inhibitors. As I've said, there are two main checkpoints, that is the PD-1 and the CTLA4. So we have the checkpoint inhibitors, drugs that block the immune checkpoints, reactivating the T cells, obvious reactions, right? Then we have the CAR therapy, CAR T cell therapy, which are the genetically engineered T cells to target only that cancer cells. And we have the vaccines, obviously cancer vaccines, to stimulate the immune system to recognize and attack cancer. And the monoclonal antibodies, they are also like engineered antibodies, they target specific proteins on cancer cells. Next we have cancer immunotherapy approaches. We have anti-PD-1, anti-PD-L1, anti-CLA4 and cellular therapies, engineered T cells, CAR T cell. TAL therapy is tumor infiltrating lymphocytes, and we also have NK cell therapy and TCR engineered T cells. So all of these are cancer immunotherapy approaches. And we also have dendritic cell vaccines, viral vectors, personalized neoantigen vaccines are also available nowadays. And antibody drug conjugates are also present. Bispecific antibodies are there and immune cytokines are also there. They are all the key therapeutic strategies. So next part of this session is the autoimmune diseases. So what is an autoimmune disease? We all know when the body is attacking the own self and antibodies or self-own cells, they are known as, there's a presence of autoimmunity. So there are different types of autoimmunity. Systemic lupus erythematosus, which is a chronic autoimmune disease affecting multiple organs. It is actually the multiple organs will be affected, and there is rheumatoid arthritis where it targets the joints, causing inflammation and pain. Next we have type 1 diabetes, where the immune system attacks insulin producing cells in the pancreas. And multiple sclerosis affects the central nervous system, leading to nerve damage. So the mechanism of autoimmune disease is T cell dysregulation. So basically there is imbalance in T cell activity, leading to immune system attacking the healthy tissues. So next will be the B cell and autoantibodies. B cells produce antibodies that mistakenly target the body's own tissue. So B cell is also is not properly doing the job, and the T cell is also dysregulation, attacking the own healthy tissues. So molecular mimicry is happening. So this is one important point where the pathogen, it mimics the host molecules, confusing the immune system. So the antigen actually mimics the host cells, so that the B cells or the T cells, they cannot properly recognize the antigen because it looks like our own body cells and it fails to attack them. So this is what is molecular mimicry, and there is loss of tolerance. The immune system fails to distinguish between the self and the non-self antigens. So this is what happens in the mechanism. And there are some triggers which helps to this dysregulation. They are the genetic factors, environmental triggers, exposure to toxins, pollutants or dietetic factors, infections and hormonal changes. Hormonal fluctuation, especially in women, can influence autoimmune diseases. Then treatments. We have immunosuppressive drugs, anti-inflammatory medications, biological therapies targeting specific immune pathways, and lifestyle modification to manage all these symptoms. Yeah. Thank you so much.